That was me running my mouth, man. I'm supposed to like kind of keep my eye on the time and all. Like there are so many pissed off people right now watching this live stream, going, "Where are those guys? They're running on Black folk time. That's Leon Francis. I know it is. I know it's his fault.
I used to
I am
joke,
Leon Francis,
Black
Blackbeard
people
Logic.
time.
I am not Clay Davis. So if you guys are confused, like, wait, whoa, what happened? What happened with Clay? Yeah, he did not get a tan. He did not grow this gorgeous beard here, and none of that. I am
He didn't
Leon
grow a
Francis.
beard.
No, he can't.
He didn't grow a salt and pepper beard and move south.
Nice. And this grizzled guy that I'm speaking with right now is who?
Vance Bishop down in Eufaula, Alabama.
Eufaula.
Lives in
I
the
try to
city
catch
Sportsman.
you. I try to catch you every Sunday, man. And even when I don't catch the live, I always right after church I put you back on, and
I
because I
appreciate it.
always find it helpful. I love it. And I told you when we first met, and we met over the internet. That's a new way of meeting people now.
Yeah.
Let me know if my mic sounds good. I had to move
No,
my
you're good.
studio kind of upstairs,
Yeah, you're
so
good.
you're gonna hear
I
my coonhound. You're gonna hear my 8 year old. You're gonna hear my dad. He's sundowning right now. He's gonna come in here 100 times and be like, "Hey, what's going on in here?" And you think I'm Southern? Wait till he comes out, man. It's gonna be a good old time for everybody. But anyway, where was I going with that story? Yeah, I don't know. It's oh yeah. So I catch your show. Every Sunday. I try to catch it before I go to church, but sometimes I don't. But it's a really good devotional. It's always inspirational. It's always helpful. So Vance is pretty quiet.
Pretty
Brian said.
quiet.
Vance is hard to hear. Well, that's because I'm talking. That's all that is. You know.
How's that, guys? Am I any louder? I can talk loud.
Give me a second. Yeah, I'm not the only coon ass on here, man. Come on now. I'm in North Dakota, but hey, now. Okay, Brian, good to see you. JD, good to see you, brother.
JD.
Yeah, Eric, Justin.
Eric.
Yeah, I was in the store today in Fargo, and I ran into and this is a weird thing. Wait, nope, his volume is very low. Here, I'm gonna take 2 steps back, and you just kind of mic check yourself.
All right.
Leon is loud. Screw you, Brian.
I don't know what's going on. Let me try something here.
Well, you broke yourself.
I'll be back.
I got you. Good evening, folks. Gene Cox. Good evening. Um, well, Vance
Is
is
it
gonna.
is there any more is that any better?
I can hear you fine, but I got these bad boys on, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
And I do hear a little bit of an echo for some reason.
it's not coming through on this side.
Huh. I can hear both of you, Justin says.
Good deal. So,
JD, you're just getting old and can't hear like you used to, man.
yep, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe time for some hearing aids, man. Well, I can't piss off. I can't piss off Jamie because he's holding some swag for me, and I don't want to have to. You know. Anyway, all right. So, this is episode 165. This is Guns in the 701. Me and Vance are gonna kind of tag team this thing because, well, I think Clay had to get to some Advent
Yeah.
deal. So yeah,
Yeah, he had
sounds
a church event going on that he wanted to get to, so we jumped in here.
yeah. Yeah, that's what buddies do. Those suppressors are working good. What are you talking about, dude?
He's not damaging his ears.
Anyway, I got some updates for everybody. I'm just gonna at the top of the show. I'm just gonna run through these updates. Couple of big changes coming down the pipe. Third week of December. Jay is moving. Well, I said Jay. Jeez, Clay is moving the show to either Tuesday or Thursday, but for that week only. It'll be the final show of 2025. Clay's guest that night will be David Fettig from 1760 Sports. I know David. Good guy. Real good guy. They're going to be diving deep into private versus public land, um, deer hunting strategies, a big announcement for 2026. So you do not want to miss that. You keep your ear to the ground. More details will be coming soon. And as always, Jamie will be here on the 10th with episode 38 of 701 Nation. Yeah, brother. Anyway, that was my macho man Randy Savage on you there. So anyway, that's pretty sad actually. I didn't have the emotion behind that I needed. I'm sorry guys.
A for effort, though.
Dave Everett, okay, I got it. Also on Christmas Eve, Clay's firing up the stream for Christmas music. Y'all made it a crowd favorite last year, so it's back by popular demand. And then, Friday, it's me. Tune in to my show, Blackbeard Logic. I'm going straight for the jugular on this whole Minnesota grift. Hard hits, no punches pull, that sort of thing. You know how I roll. You can also you can catch my interview with Darius Elder from Fargo First. I got a little snippet of that interview floating around on my socials right now. I interviewed him, I think it was yesterday. What's today? Geez, I'm getting old. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I interviewed him. I chopped it up, put a couple snippets out there. So check my social medias. It's a interesting interview, and I like I like the way they think. They're trying to motivate the citizens of Fargo to get involved, and that's what it's going to take to kind of change that city from the city when I moved there in 96, 97, and it was like you can leave your car unlocked, run inside
Right.
the store, spend 20, 30 minutes in there, come back out, and your car is still there. You can't do that now. And there's a reason for that. It's also, that culture that's in the school board. The reason why your kids are coming out, just that crap crazy.
Right.
I got to watch my language because, uh, you got a coon ass and a preacher walks into a bar. You know that old. So
Doesn't bother me. I wasn't always a preacher.
I get that now, but now I got it. And plus, my dad's when I'm in the basement, my dad cannot hear me. But I'm up. Nick is cleaning down there, so she kicked me out till Friday, and so I'm like, I just kind of threw this thing up like in less than 2 hours. So the fact that it's working is a miracle in itself. But the fact that I'm upstairs, I kind of got to watch my language anyway. So there you go.
I think it's the mics I bought. I don't know where they are.
But yeah, the full uncut interview drops on Friday. So, and I may drop another snippet in the morning, just to kind of whet your appetite there. So Friday, 7 p.m. Be there, and of course, Vance Bishop. You want to tell them about your show?
Sunday mornings, we call it Sunday Sportsman. I'd been doing it a couple years over on my Sportsman's Watch page, and then had to get out of it. Didn't have to, but needed to take a break for a little while for personal reasons, and felt really pressed to start doing it again. And I didn't even tell Clay that it had been pressed on my heart to start doing this again after going through some things. Um, and then I was a guest on a show one night, and he said, "Hey, what do you think about doing a show for us on Sunday mornings doing devotions? Same thing I used to do and loved doing." So it was kind of confirmation. Hey, it's time to get in there and be doing some devotions and spreading God's word a little bit. And so Sunday mornings at 8 o'clock Central Time, we do what's called the Sunday Sportsman. And for first part of the show, it's 2 segments. I'll do a devotion and speak from God's word for a little bit, pray, and just get into the word. And then we talk hunting and fishing or whatever comes to mind as far as the outdoors go.
Yeah, and I love it, man. I caught you one day. I was sitting out in the deer blind. Wow, that
Don't worry about it,
mic
bro.
sounds really loud. I'm going to turn that
Thank
down
you.
a little bit. Hang
Is
on.
my sound any better, guys? Eric, JD, anybody? I just had my sound guy, but he couldn't find my microphone, so I'm going to have to.
Oh no.
Also known as my son. But
So, and we were talking about that a little bit, before the show. I'm gonna hit that again. I was in the store today, and I had like one of those incidents. But yeah. Uh, so I was sitting in the deer, well, not my deer stand, but in the deer blind. That's like on the south side of this property, and I remembered, hey, uh, you're gonna be on. So I just put you in my ear with my Bluetooth, made sure it was down really low, and I just sat there and listened to a good devotional. And I've noticed this change in Clay also. Like
yeah,
Clay has not always sent me morning devotionals, dude. I am
right.
stoked. Like I don't. That's something I don't like. Just kind of well, I do advertise it, but I don't send devotionals out to my friends or whatever. But I enjoy that. I love that.
Yeah,
If a guy sends me a devotional, I'm like, yeah, he cares about me.
yeah,
This dude cares about not just me as Leon, but he cares about my soul, and I'm
right.
I'm good with that. I love that, man, and
Yeah,
I've noticed that change in him, just since you and I have met, and then we all kind of start talking about uh, uh, godly Christian
yeah.
issues and that
And
sort of thing.
in our world of the sportsman, there's a lot of machismo. There's a lot of machoism going, and it's hard for guys to sit around the campfire and talk about God and talk about the afterlife, talk about Jesus and emotions and love and things like that. That's just not the macho thing to do. At least that's what the world wants you to believe. But
Yeah,
in my experiences, it is the toughest, most macho thing you can do is express your feelings about God and the things that God has done for you and brought you through in life. Because that's when you're strong enough, not weak enough, strong enough to say, I need God.
mm,
I need a savior. And that's admitting that you're weak to this world and allowing God, who is stronger than this world, to take over your life and lead you through it. And it's an overlooked subject in our community in the sportsman world, but it's something also that in the sportsman's community there are a lot of Christian believers, there are a lot of people that love the
tons.
Lord, tons of them. It's just not an out front subject.
Yeah.
When we all get together, we want to talk about that big buck that we shot, we want to talk about all the ducks we shot, we want to talk about that big bass we caught.
That sauce
When
piquant we gonna make with that venison. Oh,
that's right. I took a big old pot of venison chili to work today for the
nice.
guys. But I seen a change in Clay. I've known Clay going on 15 plus years now, and seen quite a change in Clay, especially in the last probably year. And it's a very positive change. I mean, Clay's always been a great guy. He's always been a caring, good person. But I've seen a whole lot more of his walk with the Lord being up front in the last year or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've recognized that in him as well, and I admire it.
Oh, I love seeing it, man. And I know with guys, and I'll just say me. And if you guys feel the same way, you can just kind of throw your hat in the ring. But I know with me, a lot of times, whenever there's emotions afoot, I just put on this armor, man. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
nah, I'm not gonna. like Brian said, snap into a Slim Jim, rub some dirt on it, man up, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But especially I don't know, something about after Charlie Kirk, and I guess I've been
Yeah.
doing this longer than the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I'm kind of my own man, but after Charlie Kirk, after that assassination, I saw a lot more Christian men who I knew to be Christian men, but start wearing it openly. And I
Yeah.
was very, very happy with that. I
Yeah.
get that text from Clay in the morning. I'm like, yep, that's it. And I read, and I don't read a lot of text. You can ask any of my friends. A month will go by, and they'll be like, "Hey, did you get my text?" Yeah, you know. But every morning, I don't know. That guy's up early. I'm up early. I'm up at 5:30, and like I don't know, right around 6, 7 o'clock, ding, and I
Yeah.
open it up, and there
Well,
you
let me
go.
tell you, that's a change in Clay too, because
Yeah,
Clay did not used to be a morning person. I'm
yeah.
a sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning,
Oof.
definitely 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early riser. Clay has never been until probably the last couple of years.
Oh wow.
But Clay liked to sleep in back in the day.
Yeah, let's talk out of school, homie. No, I'm kidding. No. Um, but yeah, so we said we were going to kind of keep this light. We're going to talk about hunting. We're going to talk
Yeah,
about obviously. I wear my faith on my sleeves, and obviously Vance does too. But always want to lead off that way because you know when you got God in your ear, you have His strength on your shoulders. That's what I always say, and you can pretty much walk through anything.
yeah,
So anyone saying anything different, my guy is bigger than your guy, and I. Oh, anyway, um, let me see. Love it, LF. I'll be going solo on the 10th. Lots of gun and 2A talk. I'm driving to church when I can't. That so that little QR code there is kind of I can't read that.
yeah. I get the same issue. It's covering up Eric's part of Eric's. He can't watch the show live because he's
Yeah.
driving to church. Eric is another one who's a fine example of a strong Christian man who's a man's man, but not afraid to let people know about his love for Christ. He's another fine example of it.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. And again, I know some like the guys that I call my friends. They're the probably 80% of them are military or ex-military. Leo, like just the when you think about alpha males, that's these dudes. I am not one of those dudes, and I don't tell anybody that. But these dudes, and they're all to a man, all of them Christian. And like you see them after they had some whiskey in them, you might not think that, but they are 100%. And sometimes all it takes is just like you said, sitting around the campfire and you just kind of bring it up. Bring up one of the things I love doing. I bring my son into it, like because I'm raising this kid. I'm
Right.
raising the next version of me, the 2.0. Like my dad in there, he's the 1.0. I'm the 2.0. I'm raising the 3.0. That's Eli, and how I'm raising him. And the second somebody like bring like we were around, we were where were we last weekend? God, I can't remember. Someone remarked about how Eli didn't have that ick factor, and when especially when it came to cleaning while game. And I'm like, why would he? And like, so we started talking about I think it was mallards we were breasting out. Yeah, it was mallards. And so that conversation there led into our worldview, and my worldview is a biblical worldview, and the way that I'm
Exactly.
raising my son, and that just led to a whole conversation, man. And I
Right.
love it. Like everything on there, click on the chat button. Both screens show. Hang on a sec.
Yeah. I just text JD because I did what he said and it worked great. Thanks, JD.
What?
Thanks, Jamie. Click on the chat icon up on the top, and it'll put the comments on the side where you can see the whole thing. We're a couple techie guys here.
Ah, there we go. That's funnier. So I was telling I was telling Vance earlier that like so what I do in case you guys don't know, thanks Jamie. Thank you, dude. Here you go. I was telling him earlier that I get approached a lot. I have an MCSE. I'm a engineer. I'm a network engineer. That's what I do. I build out networks, like your APs, your switches, your servers. I rack and stack. I do everything. Like if you go to the Fargo Airport, Hector Airport, and you go into their server room, that entire server room, I built that from the ground up. It was nothing there. I built that thing, and all the cable that's run, the fiber that's run, the racking and stacking, the cages that are in there, all of that. I have a plaque on the wall. That's what I do. But I am not a techie. Like I'm not. People mistake me for being like this techie nerd, and I'm not. Like you, I am more comfortable in a boom lift than I am in front of a keyboard. Like my father-in-law told me when I showed him the deer stand that I put up. This thing has got to be like 20 feet in the air, man. It's it's way up there. He's like, I know you're gonna wear a harness. I've never worn a harness in my life, and like I'm up in buildings. I'm walking on rafters, the whole thing, and like sometimes I have like younger guys come in and help me pull cable, and they have to strap in and put on all that gear, and I'm like, dude, like YOLO, you know?
YOLO.
Yeah, and I got a pretty hefty insurance policy. So if I fall, Nick and Eli, man, they're gonna be fine. They're gonna be just fine. So anyway, where was I going with that? The whole techie thing, yeah. JD, I don't want to talk about that, man. There might be a little illegality going. So I sent I sent a couple of folks pictures from my trail cam of this nice wall hanger, man. This buck. I'll throw it up on my social media. I've seen him like I don't know 5 times now. On the same trail cam, so I know where he's at. I went back there, and he's always with a bunch of does. Man, this dude is a baller buck, baller dude. and but I can't shoot him legally because he's always after sundown. Always.
Wow.
I can never get that dude to come out. I can't sit out there like all night because like I was telling you today, it's like in the negatives here, man.
Yeah.
You know, and if I got a couple of like little camp heaters I can put in my blind, but that he's gonna smell me then. I got
Yeah.
scent blocker. I don't know how to get this dude unless I do it. And then Jamie keeps asking me about it, and I don't want to make him an accessory to the fact, that
Don't give out too much information.
I don't want to be giving out too much information. I'll invite you over for some venison sauce pecan, and then we could talk about it. But
So
no,
while we're on that, you're from Louisiana, right?
yes, I am Catahoula Parish, born and raised.
All right. I'm very familiar with Louisiana. The Plaquemines Parish I've been to quite a bit,
Yep. I
and
got kinfolk there.
good friends in Houma, Louisiana.
Yep.
What was the biggest change hunting wise, sportsman wise, between moving south? Because I moved from South Florida. Well, I was in North Florida when I moved, but I grew up in South Florida hunting in the Everglades and things like that. And I moved to McIntosh, South Dakota, which is about 20 miles from Clay.
Yep.
And there was huge differences in the sportsman's culture for me to get used to. What was the hardest thing for you to get used to up there? For me, it was seeing these giant herds and these giant, because to me, a Southern boy, especially South Florida Southern boy, seeing an average mule deer up there was like seeing a monster.
Yeah. Yeah, they grow
because
'em big, man.
Florida don't have giant deers, and a mule deer, an average mule deer, is big for some meat.
Well, I'll tell you this, a couple of things. The environment, a lot different.
Yeah,
It the like versus the humidity. I used to like
yeah,
being out there in that humid weather. Like it didn't bother me back then. Me and my wife went back down there like after we got hitched and all that. I took her back down there. Man, I couldn't stand it. I could not stand that oppressive heat. I'm like, oh my god, how did I ever live like this? But that was one thing. Up here is a lot. And again, I've said this. I love it up here. My
I do
dad
too.
every day he's like, "When are we going back to Louisiana?" I'm like, "Why?" I don't get it. Um, Another thing, and I guess it's not even that big a deal. We have garfish in Louisiana. Up
Oh yeah,
here, they have the northern pike, and to
yeah,
me, they're about what and what. Like you see except for the fact that up here, I've noticed I've caught pretty big cat and walleye with pike around. If you are in Louisiana and you're not getting a bite, and you get a gar, that's the reason why there's nothing around. I mean, we fillet those things up and put them in a sauce and whatever. I mean, they're not great eating.
gar.
Yeah, gar.
Yeah, a lot of people don't eat them. Don't realize they're actually good eating because they're so hard to clean. I mean,
Yep,
you got to cut their skin open with wire snips.
yep,
Those things are hard to get open, but once you do, the meat is good.
yep. My grandma used to stew them down, man, in gravy. Oof, it was good. Once I figured out how to get all those Y bones out of a pike, that
Yeah,
was pretty good. I mean,
yeah,
that
pike is not bad at all.
yeah, I had before my freezer conked out on me. I had some pike in there. I am not kidding. You're looking at my arms. I had one that big. I have him on my tailgate, and it runs the tailgate. Like that's how big it was. But
Wow.
like things like that. I do miss open water, like in the Gulf. I miss
Yeah,
fishing out there. I
yeah,
miss grouper, and that's and tuna and stuff like that. I miss that kind of fishing a little bit. So if I ever went back down there, it'd probably be for a fishing trip or
yeah.
hogs. That's what it'd be. I like you said, the deer down there. Mm,
Mm.
you know, Deer up here, oh my god, man! I
Yeah.
get this buck, oof, and we
Now,
use every part. Like I've seen people up here. Well, a couple of things. They'll they'll field dress their deer. Okay, a lot of meat left, a lot of meat, and then they take them to the processor, and I'm just like, oh, I don't know. If I'm in Louisiana, I know what I'm gonna get. I
yeah,
know that. But like up here, a big another big thing is everybody makes sausage. Like
yeah.
the
I love
majority the
that.
majority of your deer is sausage, and I'm like, no, dude. What about a sauce pecan? What about deer steaks? What about what's it called? God, I haven't been down there in so long, but you get the shank, you cut it in a couple of different places.
The
You
short rib,
boil it. What's that?
the short rib.
No, 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 the shank.
Oh,
It's called Buko something. God, I forget, but it is so good, man. You tie it up with some string, and you just a couple of hours.
osobuco.
Usobuco, that's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's exactly. Oh my God, I miss that so much. And people don't even know what that is up here, man.
Yeah.
The sausage is number one in the 701. Ah, your liver and onions, yes, sir. Liver and
Oh,
onions. Oh my
I
God.
didn't even have to look who made that comment when I saw liver and onions. I knew that was
Yep.
Eric. If it's an inner, Eric will eat it.
I tell you
Heart,
what.
liver, onions, or heart, liver, kidney, he'll eat it.
No, people are gonna freak out about this, and I know, like, if anybody's from the South, they're gonna freak out about this. I am not a gizzard guy. I,
I'm
I
not
just,
either.
I've never been a gizzard guy. I
Nope.
don't care how you cook it. I don't like the texture. I
I
am a
don't either.
liver guy, though, 100%,
I can't stand
hundred
liver.
percent.
Can't stand liver. My mom, growing up, was a fantastic cook. She owned restaurants. She's just an amazing cook. She could make shoe leather taste good, but she could not make liver taste good to me.
Yep.
I'd come home and I'd smell that mess cooking, and I'd immediately call Granny. Granny, what you cooking for dinner tonight? Oh, I'm having fried chicken. Can I come over? I
Man,
could not stand it.
I tell you, I think so. When I met my wife, her mom gave me the stink eye like forever, forever until I came over and she had cooked. I think she was trying to run me off, but she had cooked liver and onions, and yeah. And so I walked in the house and I just went full coon ass on her, man. I'm like, ooh, what is that smell? Oh my god! I put my napkin in there. I sat down. I'm, I'm like, give me more of that. And she looked at me and I'm like, yeah, I love it. To me, a lot of people when you're cleaning mallards or whatever, and you're you're still dressing them or whatever, and you're pulling out the insides. I like the smell. I'm that dude. I am
Mhm.
that dude. It's that's
I just had never could get into the innards. Now I tried me and I'm not remember if Eric was there or not, but we were out at Clay's cabin out at the lake, out at Shade Hill. There was a bunch of us down there, and some of our other Rax Adventure Team guys from Vermont met us over there because they were hunting elk in Colorado, and we all got together at Clay's Lake, and they brought some heart from the elk. And I don't remember. I think Eric might have been there because I feel like he's the one that cooked it. I don't remember who did it, but I tried elk heart, and it was not that bad. I mean, I didn't dislike it. The texture was funny to me. And to me, it's all comes down to this. I got a nice, big, beautiful back strap of beautiful red meat or a heart. I'm taking that back strap all day, every day.
well, the heart would be the appetizer. Like and again, like me and my dogs, we fight over liver. We, because I love it. I think it's all good. I've been trying to get the 8-year old. He's not there yet. I'm gonna get him there, but man, there is nothing better. And then when you get a heart and it's cooked right, and I haven't had venison heart in a very very long time. Now that I'm coming to thinking about it, and I'm thinking an elk would be good. I've had elk meat before, and I loved it.
Oh, elk's phenomenal.
Yeah. So yeah, um, I love shots, live venison live must be sliced thin and fried. I love that. Venison liver. Okay, steak. Gotcha. Hey, I I think he fell over.
That bad boy right there tasted good.
I bet. Oh, see, I'm working on that right now on the down low. Jamie keeps calling me out, but oh,
Eric did that. Eric's a taxidermist too,
nice.
and he did that one.
See, I got bare walls in here. I feel naked right now. Jamie
This
sent me
this
a video of his wall, and I'm just like, okay, wow, that's crazy.
now see the JD and Eric,
Eee.
the other Dakota guys that are on here now would laugh at that. They would probably would have let that mule deer right there pass. To me, that was a big old boy.
Yeah, you're a Southern boy. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, and you say you miss hogs.
Oh, look at that bad boy. I went over to Axe's house. Where we going? Yeah, I went over to Axe's house, and he's got this big old boar sitting on his wall, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, that thing is sick. I got to get down. I got to get down there, man. Like I'm whiling away my active years here. I got like you look back behind here. I got- I don't even. I'm not gonna pan because I got nothing that you and Jamie have.
Most
it's
of that came from the Dakotas. The only thing out there that did not come from the Dakotas was the hogs. There's 3 or 4 hogs out there. Some in here, and the one whitetail, the big whitetail, that was next to the one Eric did. I got that in Georgia last year, but all those from the Dakotas.
wow. Yeah, and see, a lot of times, and I'm just going to throw this out here, and we don't have to spend a ton of time on it, but a lot of folks think of when they think of Christian men, they think of pastel colors and a sweater tied jauntily around your neck, and this and nah. I'm I'm talking about like me and Eli were out there today, and I'm looking at my what's it called? I call it a deer hanger. But
Gamble.
gimbal, yeah, that's and it's all bent to crap, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to get a new one of those. And I'm watching my son walk around. I'm watching him like when we were field dressing those mallards and things like that. Like that's what when I think of a Christian man, that's what I think of. I don't think of anything soft. I think about a guy out there field stripping his AR. You know,
Yeah.
I think of a firing pin or a cotter pin or a retaining pin popping out. Like I don't know, uh, you're running drills. Something weird happens, and you break that bad boy down. You grab another upper from your backpack. You slap that bad boy on. Pop those cotter pins in, and you keep rolling. That's what when I think of Christian dudes. That's what I think about. Like, when I first saw you and met you, I was like, yeah, I like my preacher in calluses and Carhartts. That's the way I roll, man. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that little bit in there. And what we're gonna do here, I see we've already been like way past. Like I try to do in like especially in my shows now, I try to keep to a clock, and I try to do it in segments and like chunks, 15-minute chunks. And we're at 37 minutes right now, and have not hit a single commercial. So
Give a shout out to some of our awesome sponsors, man.
100%. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run one of our, and granted, you guys got to bear with me. I'm in like Clay's space and Jamie's space, so there's all kind of weird stuff in here. There's like midgets with Velcro. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hang on, I'm gonna hit this. Nope, network revise sponsor, and JD, you or Clay, we're gonna have to talk about this. I think I've been running the wrong sponsor ads, and I do not want to do that. But I'm gonna run this one now.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon, Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
Welcome back. Leon Francis and Vance Bishop sitting in for the great Clay. I almost said Davis. Holy buckets, man! I'm telling you, I need some protein or something. Uh, but I was thinking about you asking me like the changes between Louisiana and up here. I tell you the biggest change, and I just thought about this during the break. Like in Louisiana, we ate some weird stuff.
Yeah, y'all do.
Yeah. Like I know how to cook. The other day, well, it's been not just the other day, but like I can throw together a roux like nothing. Like it's not even a thing. Like it shocks me when people don't know how to make their own gravy. It blows my mind. But I remember being very very young, and we used to call him Brother K, and he lived in the boonies, and some of my earliest memories were going out. Uh, Gator, they're snapping turtles, but we used to call them gator heads,
Yeah.
like just these huge turtles. And even the catfish that were down there were huge, just massive. And I
Yeah.
remember asking Brother K, uh, like he had these big iron pipes, like in the bottom of the boat, flat bottom boats, of course.
Okay.
And I'm like, what is that for? And he's like, well, that's to knock out the cat or the turtle. And I remember young me like kind of looking at him like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you grab one of those bad boys, you roll them in the boat, and you just crack them over the head, and
Yeah.
and all that stuff we ate. Like turtle soup and just all kind of weird stuff. You don't have any kind of weird stuff like that. The weirdest thing you're gonna eat up here is lutefisk, and I'm not doing
Okay.
that. So that whole thing. But yeah, huge snappers down. Yeah, man. Like you have not seen turtles till you go to Louisiana.
Yeah.
You've not seen a turtle. We were in. My wife and I got married in Kansas City, so my wife's from West Fargo. I'm from the boot, and so we decided, hey, compromise, Kansas City, right there in the middle. And so we were at Cabela's, uh, right when they opened the first one, right north of town, and I saw for the first time a catfish that rivaled the catfish that I grew up with, and it was an albino cat. This
Oh,
thing
wow.
had to be like probably 4 feet long, just massive, massive. And I was telling my wife, this is what I grew up with. Like the whole noodling thing, I think about like the culture I come out of, and it's just the weirdest thing. Like if you know me now, you'd be like, no way. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like up here, it's cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
it's a cleaner environment, cleaner. Like the whole thing is just cleaner. So it's nothing for me to get my hands bloody because trust me, I've seen worse. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Louisiana. I love it down there. I've spent a lot of time down there. After Katrina hit, I spent 18 months down there working on churches and houses and stuff, and doing a lot of disaster relief. With even did some body retrieval
Mm,
uh, on airboats right afterwards, and
yep.
fell in love with the culture down there and the people. Made some lifelong great friends down there. Still go down there and visit. I spent a lot of time in Buras, Louisiana, down in Plaquemines Parish, which is not far from Venice, which is a world famous red fishing spot.
Yeah.
And the
Did you
red
say
fishing down there is
red?
just redfish.
Yeah. Okay.
The redfish down there are absolutely amazing. They're big, and to me, redfish are some of the best eating you can get. But we were down in Buras, Louisiana, working at a church, and my dad helped put together. We had 125 people come from all over the United States to come down to Buras, Louisiana, and work on this church and surrounding houses in the community. And it's a very small community. And the pastor there, Pastor Max, kept saying, "What can we do for you?" And my dad kept saying, "No, we're here for you. We're here to bless your community. We want to rebuild. We want to help." He said, "Just let us do something." Finally, my dad said, "All right, listen, I want an authentic, home-cooked Cajun meal." Dad said, "I don't want no Popeye's chicken. I want some Cajun
Which ain't
meal."
bad. Popeye's
And
chicken ain't bad.
and it's better in Louisiana because they keep the original
Yep.
recipe in the state of Louisiana. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
But Miss Rhonda, born and raised Cajun, talks all kind of funny like.
Yep.
She said, "Mr. Cliff, I got you." Well, their son, Max Jr., is a guide down in Venice, Louisiana. And he does what's called a cast and blast. He'll take you fishing in the morning and duck hunting in the evening.
Cool.
And that night, they put on the biggest crawfish boil, gumbo, jambalaya. Man, if it was in that bowl, if it was in these big old cauldrons they were cooking everything in, it was in the swamps, in the Gulf, or in the air that morning. Everything was fresh. It was absolutely amazing. I love Cajun food just about more than anything. Now, it's some of the most unhealthy stuff you can eat.
100%.
Which is probably why it's some of the best tasting.
It's why they season it so good, because it's horrible for you, dude.
Yeah.
It's like 100%. Jamie wants to know what the top speed of an airboat is. I'm
Jamie,
telling
I
you,
don't
those
know
things
top
move.
speed. It depends on what motors. A lot of guys, I've had two of them, and on one of them I had a 454 Chevrolet on there,
Good
and I
God.
did 90 in that I'm positive of. And I had another one with a Lycoming 125 aircraft motor on it, and I got that one up to a little over 70. But I know they go a lot faster than the ones I've had. The ones I've had were average Everglade redneck boys poaching in the Everglades.
Yep.
I mean, I never did that. But, you know,
Mm.
those type of people.
Yeah. Good God, those type of people. Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But they move, and they're so much fun. The way that, because you can be doing 70 miles an hour and turn that thing on a dime.
Yep.
And get going the other way. I was at an airboat ramp one time. I was at a boat ramp in the Everglades on Turner River Road. And a guy, I was actually putting a John boat in, and a guy in an airboat next to me, he had just bought one, never drove one. He couldn't figure out how to put it in reverse. Me and my buddy were sitting there like, we thought he was playing a joke on us. It's like, I can't figure out how to put it in reverse. So we're waiting for the punchline because this was so ridiculous. We're like, now, we're Southern boys from South Florida. Airboats are everywhere.
Yep.
So it was only second nature to us to know airboats don't have a reverse. You don't want that blade blowing at you.
Yeah.
You have to turn it around on the trailer and drive off, or you put it all the way down and sink it in, one or the other. And so finally we realized the guy just did not know what he was talking about. So we literally, and I'm at the time 17, 18 years old, and I'm having to teach this guy who was in his 40s how to drive his airboat. He saw one on TV and thought it was the coolest thing, and he had more money than brains, so he went out and bought one. And
So he wasn't a Southerner.
No.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I think he was from Washington, D.C.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was from Washington, D.C. the guy was from.
Wow.
So that explains a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I probably haven't been on an airboat anywhere near as many times as you have, but I know they're fun. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you want to hang on.
Oh, yeah.
Because like you said,
They're a lot of
not
fun.
it's not like taking your boat out on the lake or in a river or whatever. Yeah. Those things scoot. They
Yeah,
scoot.
they do. The maneuverability is what makes them real fun too, because like I said, they turn so sharp, and you feel like you're just gliding across the top of the water. Most because you are.
Yeah.
But they're a lot of fun. We've got a good friend, Clay and I, Chris, down in Florida. He's got about 1,200 acres down there, and most of it is a watery marsh. And he does a lot of duck hunting guides down there and hog hunting and stuff like that. And we've been down there. I've been down there 10 times, 12 times, 10 times with the Rack Adventure team and 4 or 5 times on my own. and we will chase the hogs down with the airboat and shoot them.
See,
And
that's
there's
what I
such a
want to do.
problem. There's such a problem down there because you got watermelon farmers all over the place, and peanut farmers and people that just, their livelihoods all over the place, and hogs are tearing up the ground. So you got to eradicate them.
Yep.
We've literally run hogs over with the airboat. Just hauling butt through the swamps, and a bunch of them will jump out in front of us, and you run them over with the airboat and just start shooting them.
So, and where you are, is it more by or well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to eat a hog that's running through the by. Oh,
no, we don't eat a whole lot of them, honestly.
Yeah.
If we shoot a boar hog and it's a bar hog, if it's been cut, we will eat that for sure because that's good eating.
Yep.
But if it's a big old boar hog that ain't been cut, that's gator food.
Yep.
We'll cut the guts. We'll open the stomach up and throw it in the gator pond and let the gators have it. Small sows, we'll marinate those and put them on the spit or put them in the smoker or something. We'll eat the small sows. But the bigger, nasty, if they stink, they're going to the alligators.
Yeah. and it's kind of weird to hear me say that because I love gator meat, man. But there's something about, like, obviously I'm a black guy, so I love pork. But there is some pork I'm not touching, and like that thing that Axe has hanging on his wall, man, I'd eat that thing all day.
JD want to know, what do you mean by cut? Castrated. A lot of times guys will cut them and set them back loose. If they've been castrated, that is good eating when they grow up.
Yeah, just wrap a couple rubber bands around those testicles and be done with the whole thing. Hang on, I haven't had a pig in over 2 years. Man, what are you doing? What are you doing wrong? And that's another thing I love about being up here where I am. Like my neighbor 2 miles down has cows, so I have half a cow. My neighbor, 4 miles that way, they raise hogs, so I have a hog. I'm next year I'm gonna have 4 lambs. So look, this part of the country, I'm telling you, like my dad just can't see this. He can't see the forest for the trees, man. He every day, every single day. I'm shocked that he hasn't been out here 100 times asking me, "Hey, when are we going back to Louisiana?" But I love it up here. I want to go down there and visit. But unless I like won that lottery and I could buy me a huge antebellum house down there, and I'd be the blackest redneck you ever saw down there. But outside of that, I love it here. I
did love it up there too. It's really a different culture. Up there, it feels a lot more free.
Yep.
Laid back, easy going. I mean, the town I lived in up there in McIntosh, I could drive up to the only gas station within miles.
I don't know about more free. Yeah, you're pretty free in Louisiana. Like
I just mean, what I mean by that is the open feeling. I mean, you don't see trees for miles. It's just you see so far away.
Yeah.
And it's so unpopulated in comparison to any state in the South.
100%.
So it was, and I mean, it really takes you back in time. I could pull up to the gas station, fill up my pickup, because up there you got to call them pickups. Yep. I call them trucks down here. I fill up my pickup, wave to Gwen in the window. She'd write my name down in the book, and I'd drive off. And I'd go back at the first month and pay my gas bill. You can't do that down here.
Well, yeah, I guess that is. I don't know. I guess when I was in the South, that was still a thing. So I don't know what it is now. Like, and I've always been in small towns like Jonesville, Louisiana, Faraday, Louisiana, Natchitoches. Like it's always these tiny towns, so everybody knows everybody. Like where I grew up, my dad started selling crawdads and jambalaya and dirty rice and all of that stuff.
Mm.
And he ended up at Gas Lane on the corner of 4th and Main in Jonesville, Louisiana. It was a huge deal. And like you could go I could go pretty much anywhere and get a pop or something and write my name down, and my dad would be through there sometime within the month or the week or whatever, and he paid. I mean, so I I I understand that. I haven't seen a lot of that up here, I guess. I do love, and I didn't realize this until you said it. I love the fact that I could sit out at my fire pit. Like me and my son, we built this massive fire pit out there. We're pretty proud of it. Pretty proud. And we could kind of sit out there and see the northern lights.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Yeah.
can sit and just look. Like I can see my son gets in that little hot rod that I had a friend of ours make, and I could just watch him go for miles, and I could see
Yeah.
him. And he has his little radio with him, and the communication is tight all the way down. Don't have to worry about it. In Louisiana, nah.
Yeah.
You're not getting any of that, man. You're looking. Your kid will be lost for a month in the swamp, man. As a matter of fact, some of the worst, and a lot of you guys are going to bristle at this, but it is what it is. Some of the worst beatings I've received in my life were me and my brother. And if he's listening right now, he can back me up on this. Me and my brother playing Huck Finn down in the Bay. We used to call it the Big Ditch Bay. Down there, catching alligators, baby alligators, getting now and laters, putting it in their mouths, so they would like, and they couldn't, and we just laugh, and we made bow and arrows and all. Man, some of the best years of my life were spent doing that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff, man. So
It's a different life, different culture going from where y'all are to down here. But I did love it. Like you said, it's just a different world up there, and the people were also nice. It took some getting used to, like mannerisms are different.
100%.
The kids I met up there, they were super polite, nice kids. The farm kids, ranch kids, they were super nice. But you didn't hear yes, ma'am, please, thank you. The mannerisms were different. Now, again, super nice kids, and when mom and dad spoke, they jumped. They did what they were told. Nice kids, just different mannerisms. And same with adults.
You don't get that in the city though. Like if you go to, like where I went to Fargo, I was shocked. I was shocked at the way people talk to their parents. But that's in the city. Now, out where I am now, it's more. It's a lot closer to the way I was brought up. So my son isn't weird when he says yes, ma'am. Out here
Yeah.
in Fargo, it was like, wait, what? you know, like the first time I heard a person like curse out their mother, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't believe it. It shocked the senses, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, out here it's none of that. I again, one of the reasons I love it out here, and I love the friends that I've met out here, is because I see a lot of what I believe to be a Southern culture in the Dakotas,
Yeah.
and so I feel at home here. And I
I
didn't
did
feel it.
too. I agree with that. I felt very at home, especially when I met Clay and got to know some like-minded people. It felt very comfortable. I could go over Clay's and sit down and have dinner whether I was invited or not. You could just become like family.
Yep.
And
Grab a plate.
yeah. And if I wanted to go hunt at Clay, shoot some pheasant or something, come on.
Yep.
It was just a very family atmosphere. It was all I loved it up there. I really, really did. Overdue for a visit. Really want to get back up there and visit everybody. But the big hunting differences. Now, when I moved up there and I got to meet Clay, got to meet Corey and Waylon and a bunch of the guys up there, they kept asking me questions about hog hunting because I had done a lot of it growing up in the Everglades. And I said, man, why do y'all want to shoot them nasty critters? I don't care if I never see another one again. And they were like, well, why do you like to shoot prairie dogs? I said, we didn't have them growing up. I love shooting them little things. They said, well, we didn't have hogs. I said, okay, I understand. So we put together what we called our mancation.
That's two different things, man. Come on now.
we put together. I said, all right, I'll take y'all hog hunting. So me and Corey and Waylon and Clay jumped in Corey's pickup truck and drove from McIntosh, South Dakota, from my house up there, all the way to Zolfo Springs, Florida. It was a 30-hour drive, and we went nonstop, just swapped driving, and went all the way down there, and they had a blast. Now, it was a different world because I grew up in the Everglades doing all this stuff in the swamps, catching alligators, catching snakes, romping around in the waters and stuff, and we got out and took the swamp buggy out, and we're in about 2 feet of water, and we see an alligator. So I jump off the buggy to go after this alligator, and they're like, "What is he doing?" It was about a 2-foot alligator. It wasn't nothing that was going to swallow me.
Yeah.
And but we were in the swamps where Big Boy could have been around.
Yep.
So I looked back, and half of them got their phones, and the other half got guns.
Yep.
They said, somebody's getting killed, and we're getting it on camera.
Yep.
Whether it be you or the alligator, we're getting it on camera. But
that sounds like a good time, man.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, we spent a whole week riding around on we didn't have the airboat then. We had swamp buggies, 4-wheelers, side-by-sides, and we just rode around shooting small game, shooting hogs, got an alligator and cooked it up, and had campfire every night, smoking meats, and just had a great time out there and it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's old school Florida. It's cowboy country Florida, and really had a blast. We called it our mancation, and then we did it for another 7 years after that, every year.
Old school Florida sounds a lot like everywhere in Catahoula Parish. No, I'm kidding.
It's a lot of. I love it down in that area. I mean, I'm from Florida. I don't think I could live there again because it's so populated. I'm not a real people-y person. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I love meeting new people. But being around the crowds and waiting in lines and red lights, not my thing.
See, I understand that 100%. My wife is a social person. Me, I'm good. Me, my dogs, my son, like out in the middle of nowhere, I love it. Like, you want to see me tense, get me in like Costco or Walmart or something like that. My head's on a swivel. I'm like, you can see the vein right there popping up in my head. It's crazy. And Eric, anybody that drills holes in ice to fish, I'm sorry, dude. That to me, that's insane. And I'm a guy that used to, and I was a kid, noodle, big cat, noodle cat. I'm not doing that. My buddy Bob Wheeler has been trying to get me, and he swears he's going to get a bunch of Marines to come over. So I've been doing my push-ups. I've been doing my pull-ups, and because he thinks he's going to come over here and grab me and take me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Now,
Have you ever?
I hear Bob knows his stuff about doing some ice fishing.
I hear it too, but again, black dude. Look at this right here. I don't swim.
You joke about the black dude thing. When I was growing up in Miami, I used to spend a little time in the honky tonks. And
did you now? No.
When Bout got into a big old bar fight one night and was heavily outnumbered. Me and 2 of my buddies were heavily outnumbered. Well, this guy helped us back down some people, and it calmed down without any injury. Well, we go outside, and it was this big old tall black guy from Jamaica. He didn't have no accent, but he was from Jamaica because he'd been in the States for a long time. And he became one of our best friends, and as redneck as any of us, and loved hunting and fishing and guns, and just was just a good old boy.
Yeah.
And that night we said, "Hey man, we're about to go out to the Everglades. You want to ride out with us?" And he
Oh,
put
hell
a big
no.
old wad of Copenhagen in his mouth. He goes, "The only black guy in this bar, and you boys want to take me to the Everglades?
Nope.
And I just met you." He says, "I'm going to pass tonight, but thanks for the invite, fellas." But he did become one of our best friends and spent a lot of time in the Everglades with us after that.
Yeah. I know, and I don't know. I tell people I don't know how to swim because I'm deathly afraid of open water. I just am. I can swim, not well, and just me on the ice with a hole in it, with a heater. Just to me, that just sounds like, oh my god, no, dude. I'm
Yeah,
a risk averse dude. I take
I have.
pains
I
to
went
avoid.
when I lived up there. I did go ice fishing with Clay and Will and Chris. I forgot who I was there. I think Corey was there, and it wasn't my thing. I mean, down here we don't have to drill holes in our ice to go fishing. We just cast and reel it on in. We, we do not have to work to get a spot to fish. We just
Yeah.
find water and go. And being on ice and you hear it crack, that's a
Oof.
little eerie. I had a good friend of mine that came up there and lived with me in the Dakotas for a while. While he was getting on his feet up there, and we went out to a spot actually out in the Shade Hill where Clay's cabin is. And I went walking out on the ice, and he stood on the shore. I said, "Ain't you coming?" I said, "Why?" He said, "Only one man I ever knew walked on water, and I ain't him."
Yep. I like that dude. That- I I do now that I'm thinking about it. I miss the South because I miss like big open water fishing. I miss that. I miss going down Highway 10, stopping at
Mhm.
Shaggy's, just right on the Gulf, and getting the absolute freshest seafood that you can possibly imagine. And you sitting there, like I got pictures, and they're a way back in my social media. I have to I'll have to dig them up. But I'm sitting there with a garbage can lid like this, a crawdad, and
Oh, I love it.
like just all kinds of seafood. And I think
Yeah,
I
I love
gave
me some
myself
seafood.
King's disease. What's it called? Gout.
Gout.
That night, like it was just so amazing. I actually took a bunch of. I was working with the Leadership Institute back then, and I took a bunch of folks from Minnesota and North Dakota down there, and like they couldn't believe it. Like, and as a matter of fact, on one of our legs down there, and it was right around Mardi Gras. I took them into the graveyard there north of town, and if you ever been to that thing, like it's scary.
Yeah.
It is scary, dude. But they had the best time in there. They were scared witless. But then when I took them to eat, they couldn't believe it. As a matter of fact, like when I first came to this area, I think I might have lost like 20 pounds, and this was
Mhm.
way back. And I like to eat. I'm a healthy dude. Well, I'm not healthy, but I got some weight on me. But I figured out that if I had my mom send me care packages, and she would send me like Zatarain, she would send me just all kinds of good stuff, and I started cooking. I made so many friends. I never had to worry about anything. Like absolutely nothing. Oh, Leon, yeah. And uh, interestingly enough, I've never been thrown out into a snowdrift and had my eyebrows shaved. Yeah, no, until I got here. And that's when I knew, yeah, these guys like me. They like me a little bit. So, anyway, that's just
JD's got a good question there. He said, "What do you think is the number one hunting cartridge in the South?" That would be a hard question, but I could give you the top three that I know of,
30
and
odd.
I don't hunt with any of them. Now I have them. and I have hunted with them. But my personal favorite deer round is 270. But the most popular here, I'm going to say, is either 30-06, 308, or a 30-30. 30-30 has been an extremely popular round forever, because down here in the South, you don't, up there, you get to pop off 3, 4, 5, 600 yard shots.
Yep.
Down here, 50, 100, 150, 200 yards is about your average hunting distance.
Yep.
So a 30-30 is pretty proficient. It's a shorter gun. I carried one for years because on swamp buggies and airboats, they were short and easy to grab and shoot when you saw a bunch of hogs. Now I carry an AR all the time when I'm on the airboat or swamp buggies. And but a 30-30, I think, is probably, throughout the years that I've been in the woods down here, 30-30 is probably the most popular. But 30-06, 308, 30-30 are probably the top 3 rounds that I've seen in the South in my life.
I was gonna say, when I was down there, it was definitely hands down 30 the 06,
The
and
30-06, it's
yeah,
so easy to get. The ammunition's easy. It's probably one of the most popular worldwide, I think,
yeah.
for large game. But yeah,
I don't know now though. Folks have moved to the AR. Like, I see a ton
yeah,
of people now with God's cartridge, and they're moving a lot more to the arcs now too. But yeah, pretty much everybody that I know and still talk to down there, they're AR guys.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I use AR. It really depends on the situation. Place I'm looking at hunting right now that I was actually scouting out after work today. I'm probably gonna take an AR because I don't, and I with a red dot, because I don't have more than a 75-yard shot. I don't need anything more than an AR with a red dot for a 75-yard shot. So it really depends on my situation. Now down here, in some hunt clubs that are set up with food plots and stuff, you can stretch out 200-300 yards, and you obviously you're going to want a decent rifled scope. But rifle scope. Words are hard.
words.
But yeah, it really depends on the situation. But I think those are probably the top 3 rounds that I've always seen is the 30-06. 30-06 is probably I would say it would between the 30-06 and the 30-30 would be a toss up of which one's used the most.
I got a quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been, my wife has asked me, what I want for Christmas, which is always great. I'm torn between a chest rig and either a thermal. The chest rig because axe, and if you're listening, you know, I saw him with one, and I just thought it was the coolest thing, man. It's not that I need it, but I just think it's the coolest thing when you're in the field, just to have that bad boy right there. And my a favorite firearm is my Canic, and I know I'm gonna have folks like, oh, it's a knockoff Glock or whatever. Screw you guys. I love the Canic, and I got the TP9, so it's awesome.
Yeah.
19 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. I'm good to go. But um, she asked me about because I want to do the whole coyote hunting and that sort of thing. So thermal versus the IR, and the thermal versus the night vision. And I was kind of, when she asked me that, I was kind of torn. I'm like, huh. What do you like? And you guys drop it in the comments because I just thought about it. I don't know. Someone said coyote here in the boom country with the coyote hunt. Uh, which
I've
one?
used both. I've used both, thermal and night vision.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the thermal is extremely fun. It's like shooting cartoons in your scope. It was a lot more fun. The night vision is interesting as well. As a matter of fact, I've shot coyotes, a couple of coyotes in Florida, with night vision and numerous hogs. But I just felt like the thermal was a lot more fun, and I don't know. To me, maybe it was the night vision I was using because I've only used one. Only got to use it one time. And what is it? It wasn't real clear. I had a lot of blurriness in it, so it might have been the quality of the setup that I was using. But I enjoyed the thermal much more.
See, I was thinking, like, out where I am, there's not a lot of ambient light. And I thought, I picked this thing apart in my head because I want to get the absolute best thing that I'm going to actually use. And I was thinking it's got to be the thermal. And if I was in Louisiana, 100% thermal,
Yep.
because night vision isn't going to help me a whole lot in the swamp. It's just
Right.
not. But out here where I can see, you know, just as far as the eye can see, I don't know. I think that thermal would be a lot more practical because, again, not a lot of ambient light. Even though we do have a lot of clear night sky, like the moon right now is huge, so I can see that being an advantage.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards the thermal.
Yeah. If I had a choice, that'd be. I mean, I'm the type of guy that says, why not both? But
I'm a baller on the budget. You may not have heard my moniker. I do not have a lot of money, dude. And my wife, every little penny I get, she pinches it and takes a quarter of that and does something with it that's probably to the benefit of our family. But let's see. I agree with. Hang on. Wait a minute. I like night vision. Eric says I like night vision for shooting, thermal for scanning. Okay,
yeah.
I agree
Now
with
you
Eric.
can get a thermal monocular just on the side of your scope for that exact reason. You can scan with your thermal and then put your night vision scope on
Geez, that sounds like a lot of equipment on.
it.
Oh, thermal AGM is best for money for our short season, but I'm still running night vision because I have ELR season around the corner. What's ELR?
I'm maybe that's a typo and he's thinking elk. I don't
That's what I was thinking. I don't know. So it looks like the night vision. Oh, okay. Night vision doesn't have the depth perception issues. Like, so night vision? Okay. I got to get a friend of mine and play with a couple of his and see. I don't know. I was just thinking, I see that heat signature. I can just pop it. I'm not. I don't have to worry about like if it's cloudy out or
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about how much ambient light I got. I was thinking heat signature. How? I'm a simple guy, dude. So yeah.
I haven't played with either one of them a lot. Thermal more than night vision I have, but it's on the bucket list.
Definitely. And then when your wife asks you, I'm like, wait, what? What do you know? You see, did my what's it called? My when they do that workup on you, did they come back and I'm not going to be here in a couple of years. And you're trying to, no. But anyway, so we've been about an hour 18. I'm going to hit another sponsor before they kick us off here. Give me a second again. This is not my playground. This is Clay and Jamie's playground. So I have to do a little. Let's see. What is this one? What is that? What is that? I can't remember which one I did now. Let's do this one. Leon Francis, Blackbeard Logic, Vance Bishop.
Sunday Sportsman.
You got the preacher and the coon ass. Will be. Let me stop. We'll be back right after this break.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck, Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
When you want it done right,
Go where lemons go.
Kalon's Auto Service, owned and operated by Kalon and Misty Foss, lifelong locals with over 25 years experience. From modern rides to classic restorations, they can handle it all. Top quality work, fair price, and honest hometown values. Located just one block south of Highway 12 on 6th Avenue West in Lemmon, Kalon's Auto Service, serving you with all your auto repair needs.
For the best gun gear for every and any situation, Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
four voices, one network. Guns in the 701. Guns in the 701.
Straight talk and American grit.
701 Nation.
Your community, your country, your say.
Blackbeard Logic.
Friday nights, sharp minds, sharper debate.
And Sunday Sportsman Devotion with Vance Bishop.
Faith for the field and stream. Sunday, 7 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Central.
Powered by LAUER Auto Repair and Kalon's Auto Service. Additional support from Horton's LaserCraft, Slash H Ranch, and Little Angry Man Firearms LLC.
I'm just reading through the comments here. That's weird. I don't know. I am right now. I'm leaning toward the thermal. I'm just picturing it, man. And again, I'm going to play with a couple, but I'm leaning toward the thermal. I just think that practically, I think it's going to work better for me. Yeah. Unless someone tells me different, unless I go out to Bismarck and someone just shows me something amazing. I don't know. I think it's going to be the thermal. But anyway, I'm Leon Francis, host of Blackbeard Logic, all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories. I'm that weird dude. I used to tell people that I'm the personification of a Skittle. Like you never know what you're gonna get. I'm just a walking, talking contradiction. Like what you think you know, what you think you see when you look at me is not it. So there you go. And, obviously, we have Vance Bishop, who is he's keeping everybody on the even kill. I don't think I've dropped a single profane word. Have I? Or is the drink getting to me? Yeah. Like if this was me and Jamie, oh my God, we'd be banned by now. So, but anyway, so I think I'm leaning towards the thermal. I am. Um, I think we've already established that I love the South, but I'm not going to live there now. I do want to take Eli down there. I want to wrestle gators. I want him to see like the huge snappers and like he already picks up snakes. Like when we moved out to Enderlin proper was the first time he actually saw a actual snake, and I think he was I don't know 5, 6 or something. And uh, anytime you see a snake, it's always weird or whatever. Until I picked it up, whipped it around, bashed his brains. It was a garter snake anyway. And now, like
Them big mean garter snakes.
yeah, big mean garter. But I showed him like they're nothing, and I showed him how like so even if it was a poisonous snake, he would know how to handle it. So
Yeah.
I like that aspect of being up here because if we're in Louisiana and you get hold of a cottonmouth or a black mamba, oof, oof, you know. And,
Yeah, you get to
and
blend in
again,
Louisiana swamps. Everything
oof,
wants to sting you, bite you, or eat you.
yep, 100%. And again, I love my dad. Like back then when he used to beat us for going down to the buy, I didn't understand it. I 100% get it now. you know. We could have been dead a hundred
Yeah,
times down there, man.
yeah.
So, you know, him telling us, hey, don't do this, and then adding a little pain to it to make it stick, I get it. I 100% get it. Up here, you don't have to really do that because, there's not a ton of things up here that'll kill you, except for the yotes. And if they ever come in my yard, it's going to be a happy day for me, not for them. Anyway, I talk too much, man.
Eric says you don't have poisonous snakes up there. You don't have rattlesnakes there?
I've never seen them.
I never saw
As a
one
matter
up
of
there.
fact, I think that Jamie and Doug had one out. I'm remembering a reel or something where they were shooting a rattlesnake.
I'm pretty sure there's rattlers up there, but I don't think they're as common as what they are down here.
Yeah, everywhere you look down there. I had a German Shepherd when I was a kid. Oddly enough, we called her Tiny because she was like the runt of the litter, but that thing grew, man. She was a beast. And then one night, we heard her yelp. Next morning, nope. So yeah, kind of sucked. Black Mamba in Louisiana. I thought Kobe was from Philly. Dude, come on, come on.
Yeah, I forgot
Louisiana
about that.
black snake, homie.
Eric is a big snake guy.
Seriously.
Yeah, he likes them things. Now, I'm not the type of guy that's afraid of a snake because growing up around Everglades and being out there all the time, you see plenty of them.
Yep.
But I'm also not one like Eric that's, wants to cuddle up with one.
I like red pythons, ball pythons. I have pictures of my kids. I had and get, I'm a weird dude, so I always attract like weird dudes. Yeah, as friends. So I had a friend that had all manner of reptiles, and he had he had this red ball python that, good God, must have been 6 feet long, about that big around. Like I have, and I have him draped over my kids like that. snake. So I'm not afraid of them. I'm always giving them the stink eye though, because they are serpents. That's what.
Yeah.
And speaking of serpents, down there where you are, the invasive species is that stupid iguana. You ever go out hunting those things?
I'm in Eufaula, Alabama now, but I
Oh,
grew
right.
up down there, and we saw iguanas in Florida when I was growing up, but now they are everywhere. They're all over the place, and they get huge. They get mistaken for alligators sometime if you don't know what you're looking at. I never did hunt them. I wouldn't mind going down there and popping some off just to say I did. And I see people eating them and stuff. Now I'll try anything. I'll try anything once.
There ain't enough meat on there, man.
I just can't help but think that'd be like, I don't squirrel hunt because you don't get a lot out of them daggum squirrels.
Yeah.
And I feel like the same thing would be with an iguana. You're just not going to get much meat. And I don't know if I could get past the look of them stinking things. But then again, a lot of people say that about alligator, and alligator is some of the finest meat I've ever had.
The frog legs. I love frog legs.
Frog legs are great. Oh, I love some frog. Clay loves him some frog legs.
Really?
Oh yeah, Clay likes him some frog legs.
Wow, that's odd. And again, you guys, you're thinking of frogs in North Dakota terms. I'm talking about Louisiana bullfrogs. I'm talking about they look like little babies you're holding up like an infant. They are.
You don't grab the leg, you grab the leg.
Crap. Yeah. It's good eating. Oh my God. The more I talk, the more homesick I get now that I'm thinking about it.
Catfish. Ooh.
Chunked and fried, deep fried, and some cornmeal with hot rice plus, and some Zatarans or Tony Sachere thrown in. Oh my God.
Now,
let's go to commercial. No.
Here in Alabama, we have catfish. I'm at Lake Eufaula, and we have some good catfish. But big thing here is crappie, which to us Florida people is speck. Yep. And that is some fine eating, and there is a lot of them here. I love some speck fishing, and just good clean meat. And bass fishing. It's the self-proclaimed bass capital of the world. But being a Florida boy that grew up in the Everglades and going up to Lake Okeechobee all the time,
you know that it's Louisiana. That's what you're trying to say.
Well, technically, the largest bass on record was caught in Georgia.
Let's move on. No. I don't know. I do know that growing up, I was always taught that Louisiana was sportsman's paradise.
Oh,
if you wanted to hunt and fish and fishing, I give it that 100%. But since I've been here, well, take that back. Fishing and waterfowl down there. Oof.
Yeah. The duck hunting is And
up here, I didn't even.
I gotta say, Louisiana is a sportsman's paradise. I mean, it's got great fishing. It's got great hunting, especially if you like hunting hogs and ducks. It really is, and it's got for people that just outdoor that like the kayak.
Kayak. You're reading the comments, man.
But there's hiking. There's all kinds of great just camping, outdoor things to do in Louisiana. It is a great state for the sportsman.
I see you, right? I can see you going up and down the stairs. I'm talking to the 8-year-old. He's like sneaking up and down the stairs, and I'm like, dude, I can see you. What are you doing? Anyway, here, let me see. Great show. Dougie has been under the weather, but oh man. Well, that sucks. Lynette, you need to get that boy back in good health. Come on now. Whip him up some, I don't know. What are those things your grandma used to hang around your neck? I mean, if you're a Southern boy, you know, there's probably not in up here, but those sacks. I'll think of the name in a minute. They smelled
my grandma used to always do the Vicks things, but my great-grandmother used to keep a bottle of Southern Comfort with peppermint, lemon, and honey in it.
Yep.
And that was her go-to for healing us kids up when we got sick. Now, I'd like to say it worked, but I don't know if it worked or we just forgot we were sick.
Yeah, you don't remember. So Lynette, go out there and get that boy some NyQuil, some no,
That's pretty much what it was. Homemade NyQuil, Southern Comfort, peppermint, honey, and lemon.
Yeah. It was a cure-all. In the ghetto, it was called Tussin. That was the cure-all for everything because it used to have crack in that stuff, man. It used to, that's what I've been told. So he's over medicated right now. Doug is a good dude, and anybody that knows anything about Guns of the 701 or Blackbeard Logic, you already know that. So Doug, get better, man. We need your quick wit and all that. On the airwaves here. So I'm with Grandma, and Grandma, she and I would get along. Yeah, 100%. What? God, I'm trying to think of the name of that bag. It's got a weird southern name too. I can't remember it. But
well, if people are familiar with Southern Comfort, it is a sweet whiskey because I see people asking about it. It is a sweet whiskey, and this is honest truth. This is what my great grandmother and my granny, my grandmother, used to keep around the house up on top of the cabinets.
Yep.
It was a bottle of Southern Comfort, and they kept put a bunch of peppermint sticks in it, and it would dissolve. And they put honey and lemon, and I'm pretty sure there was something else in there, but I can't exactly remember. But that was their go-to for giving us just a little, basically a shot of it when we got sick. And man, we were little kids. That we might have been getting twisted up and falling asleep and waking up feeling like, oh, okay.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It knocked you out, man. Make you sleep.
I mean, these are the same country folks that would put whiskey on our pacifier when we were teething. I told my mom I blamed her for my teenage alcoholic years because you got me acclimated to it when I was a baby.
I remember when we had a colicky kid, and I told my wife that. She looked at me, and I didn't bring it up again. I was like, all right. She's got a point. She's the smart one. I'm, me. Again, a lot of times I look at her, and I'm like, I have to question. Whether or not you have your faculties, because again, you're with me for like 25 years. I don't get it, But anyway, I'm gonna need Granny's recipe for Pixar aspidity bags. That's it, David. How did David know that? That's it right there. The aspidity bag. Hang that thing around. There was some voodoo. There's a little bit of voodoo, some herbs, some just all kinds of stuff wrapped up in that thing. That was a Louisiana special right there. That was that is. You are 100%, David. That's what it was. And I bet if I called my dad in here, he'd tell me exactly what was in that thing. But I don't want to get him riled up. He's got that cane. He likes to hit people. So I'm kidding. I'm like before we came on, I told him like 100 times. And if folks don't know, so my dad's been living with us since last Thanksgiving. He has dementia, and so he does this thing called sundown, and he gets kind of ornery. Like he gets really ornery. So I told him, so I'm doing the show upstairs. Normally he doesn't see me. I'm downstairs. I'm in my bunker. Like I'm just locked in and all that. But that didn't happen today. So I told him that. And so like every 5 minutes, how many people are going to be in here? And I'm like, well, nobody's going to be me, Dad. And he's like, well, they're not going to be smoking, are they? Or drinking or carrying on. And I'm like, so again, it's going to just be me.
I mean, they probably will be, but they'll be at their house doing it.
They'll be at their house doing it. He's like, yeah, we can't have all that hooting and hollering and carrying on. And I'm like, okay.
JD's probably got a drink in his hand right now.
No, he don't. He doesn't. He's a teetotaler, man. and not the dude that I grew up with either. You know, I get my whole whiskey loving from that dude. You know, so. But yeah, if a grandma can't make it better, you ain't sick. Yeah, and my mom used to give us cod liver oil every night God sent. I mean, just and again, I tell my wife these stories, and she does not believe me. But I remember all 102 of us lined up to get our teaspoon of cod liver oil and I'm not like 100 years old. Like I'm relatively young, you know. And so this is within my lifetime. This is like Southern moms, you know. This
Yeah. And you know, they talk about how eating the stuff we eat is going to kill us. The deep fried foods and fatty foods and everything. My grandmother was 93 when she died, and she drank Southern Comfort whiskey.
Look at
that. And she had railroad snuff by her side and a spit can
100%.
at all times till she was 93 years old.
100%. I'm telling you right now, like I can count on one hand the amount of females that I grew up with that did not have snuff. Like it was just a thing. I got up north and I'm like, wait, there's no like bump in your lip. Like right now, I got something in right now. What are you doing, kid? See, this is the thing. It's easy to be an introvert when you don't have family around. It's much harder. Much harder. I got to stop being so fun loving, I guess. Anyway. So, such an antisocial society, talking on the computer, drinking at home. I get it, David. I'd much rather be sitting around a campfire, but again, it is here. Let me check. All right, it is negative 77 degrees where I am right now. Yeah, I'll just be inside. Even though I do have some pretty good cold weather gear. And me and Eli,
Jamie had a show on here a couple of times, Drinks in the 701, where everybody got on the computer and drank together.
I'm good with that. I am good with that. I will sober up for a solid week just to get in shape for that bad boy. So, Jamie, let's get it going. Anyway, I probably should hit this thing one more time. This is and again, I'm going to plug my show, Blackbeard Logic. I get into a thing or two about a thing or two. So, you know, if it's on my mind and you've seen it like kind of trend on my social media, it's probably what I'm going to be digging into. And this week, it's been the whole Minnesota thing. So you're going to want to tune in for that on Friday, 7 o'clock. I'm going to just kind of unpack the whole thing. I'm going to release a reel in the morning. I'm going to give you a 60-second rundown of what the show is going to be. And the majority of it's going to be what's going on in Minnesota. I had a very, very interesting interview with Fargo First, and that was Darius Elder. And he's talking about, what's going on in Fargo. And I'm not sure that a lot of folks on the western part of the state are familiar with the just crazy goings on the east. Like the closer you get to Minnesota, the crazier people are. It seems to me. So, uh, but Fargo First, they are a bunch of conservative folks who are seeking to like just kind of awaken that Christian conservative ethos that's in Fargo. The one that I came to love when I first moved here. Like Fargo wasn't always this liberal cesspool, or maybe it was. You know, I'm fresh off the boat, so who knows? But when I first moved to Fargo, it was not the way that it is now. And now they're fighting for every little scrap of sanity. And Fargo First has put together a plan to try to combat that. So I interviewed um, uh, Fargo for you have Joseph over there, you have Darius over there. Like there's a bunch of people over there. I interviewed Darius and we talked about it. So that's going to be on my show also, and that's Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. And then let's see, third week of December, Clay's moving his show to either Tuesday or Thursday, Ear to the Ground. It'll only be for that week. It'll be the final show of 2025. His guest would be uh, David. I'm not far from you, Leon. If it wasn't so darn cold here, I tell you to come pick me up for some pizza at the pub. Hey, where are you, man? I might do that. I haven't had any whiskey tonight yet. It's all been beer, so that could be a thing. Anyway, but David will be his guest, and David is from 1760 Sports. So they're going to talk about private versus public land access, deer hunting strategies, which I desperately need right now. I don't want to. I don't want to surrender my truck and my firearms and all of that stuff. So if somebody could give me some pointers, that'd be all right. And then some pretty big announcements for the new year 2026. So you don't want to miss that. Christmas Eve, Clay is going to be live streaming the Christmas music. So that's going to be great. I guess last year it was pretty big. So that by popular demand, that's all good. This Friday, obviously, my show, Blackbeard Logic. Sunday, you got Vance Bishop with his Sportsman devotional Sunday Sportsman, and I seriously I listen to it every Sunday, and I try to leave a comment just so you know, hey, dude, I got the message, I got it.
I appreciate that. But down here in the South, we call it the Sunday Sportsman, not Sunday. It's the Sunday Sportsman.
Sunday, yeah. I'm losing my Southern. What the? I'm out. I'm done. No. Not to give away my secret now, but bigger gun is always the answer. All right. All right.
It's like when you're working on something, get a bigger hammer.
Yeah, 100%. And then Jamie, he'll be here on the 10th with episode 38 of 701 Nation. Let me get this. I'm gonna snap into this Slim Jim here.
Snap it.
Yeah, boy. Jamie on the 10th. I'm done. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vance. You got it. Steer this thing, man.
Yeah, Jamie texted us and said he enjoyed the Southern culture and stuff. Jamie, come on down, man. We'll take you hog hunting. We'll take you out here speck fishing. We'll show you the South, man. I know he's been down too. I know not too long ago. I think he went to Florida and did some hunting. But you're always welcome, man.
I tell you what, my wife told me that Jamie is the most northern boy she'd ever met. And I said, you know what? I think you're right. I think he's fit in. I think he's fit right in. Like he's got that wild side, man.
Well, I took all them guys down there, and all of them were born and raised Dakota boys, and they fit in with all my Southern buddies just perfect. And they all stay in touch to this day. That was over 10 years ago, and they stay in touch to this day and are good close friends. In fact, Buck, another Alabama boy from the Racks Adventure team, his family goes up there and hunts every year.
Yeah. I could see taking Jamie down south and them going, wow, those guys in North Dakota. Wow. And you know how we do. I mean, Louisiana, there's if you ever heard Boomhauser, like when I took my wife down there, I got kinfolks that are blacker than I am that sound like Boomhauser. Like it's crazy, dude. You go down there, it's a whole different culture. Whole different culture. Thanks, Vance Leon. You said I'd get along with the black ladies. I did not. Actually, I didn't say that. It's a little ad libbing there. I
had friends up there tell me they wanted to go to the South when I was living in McIntosh, South Dakota. They said they wanted to go down south on vacation, and they wanted some authentic, good Southern barbecue. They said, how do I know I'm getting good Southern barbecue? I said, You find a black man on the side of the road cooking barbecue. If it's an older, fat black man, you stop.
Yep.
You're getting good barbecue. And they said, well, that's kind of racist. I said, that's not racist. That's a fact.
That's the truth.
100%.
100%.
Know how to find good fried chicken. I said, you find a local mom and pop place in a small town, and if an older black lady is in there, you get it. They said again, that's racist. That's not racist.
Not
that's
racist.
fact.
Hey, black dude here. All that's fact. Right there. In
Like,
Kansas City,
racist? I'm giving a compliment. I mean, that's the best eating you're gonna get in the South.
when we were in Kansas City, like there were all these big name, barbecue joints. Or what? The best barbecue I ever had in Kansas City was a hole in the wall mom and pop shop in Wyandotte County in the ghetto. I mean, a place where if you had it, you wanted to carry it with you. you and you go down there and you sit. It's a hole in the wall, but it's the absolute best spare ribs you'll ever have, burnt ends you'll ever have. Just like, and in the South, it's the same way. I have friends that I like, those guys that I took from North Dakota and Minnesota to Louisiana. Every place I took them to was off the beaten path, and they loved it. It's the absolute best thing. The stuff I whip up in here. Ask my wife. I mean, my wife kind of has to say it's good, but you know, I can throw down, and it's just because I was culture adjacent. I wasn't even in that world. My dad was, but just from osmosis, I soaked some of it up. So yeah,
I mean, some of the best food you can get in the South is at gas stations.
Yep.
If you find a little window in the back of a gas station that's serving food, barbecue or soul food or country food, whatever they're serving back there, that's some of the best eating you can get right there.
First gator tail my wife ever ate was out of a gas station, and she couldn't believe it. Oh, it tastes like chicken. I smacked her in the back of the head. I'm like, it doesn't taste like chicken. It tastes like gator. Come on now. But yeah, I
agree with David on that.
I gladly add this food discussion, Mexican food trucks. Yep.
Absolutely.
100.
If you have to point to the pictures because they can't understand you.
That one and that one and that one. 100%. As a matter of fact, I know a couple of. I'm not gonna say any names because I don't want them to be deported. But I know some folks, and the absolute street tacos are the best.
Yes.
The absolute best, like hands down. They do not make they make not too bad of a burger down south. Eric, put it down for a second. Walk away.
Eric's writing like he's had a couple Coronas tonight.
Yeah, well, it looks like it. But yeah, you're right about that. Like my dad, I'm not going to give it all away, but there's Tony Sachere in his burgers. There's a nice roux that he makes first, and then it goes somewhere in that process of making that burger. Oh my God, dude. There was a reason for a period of my life I had no neck. Like, no neck, dude. Like, it was weird to look at me. I looked like Jabba the Hutt, but black. So, anyway, good food, man.
Something I do a little different when I make, when you put the chili powder in there and everything, and your seasonings, your beans, your meat and everything, and your tomatoes, whatever you put in there, you put water in there to build the juice up. I don't use water. I use beer.
Yeah.
That is some good stuff right there.
Some of the best sauce picante I ever had was made with beer. Mm-hmm. So, and as a matter of fact, once I get this bad boy where I want him and, that whole thing, I might just do a show where I just make a badass sauce, a venison sauce picante, and show you what I put in there. Like all the stuff that you'd leave for the coyotes. Yep. Nope. All that's going in, buddy. And you will love it. You'll love it. 100%. I heard street tacos give you new. No, that's Taco Bell, dude. That's the chain place. Like I like Taco John's like the next dude. I love it, especially first thing in the morning. But you're right about that, the JD. But street tacos are the best when they use that real meat steak. Oh my god, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Now, JD was talking about the Southern culture. Here's a little Southern culture some people are probably not familiar with. Swamp ass.
Swamp.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Yeah.
Man,
Are we gonna get into that tonight?
man,
Come
it was
on.
100 degrees outside and 100%
Humidity. Yep.
humidity out. Man, you got to go give a couple courtesy wipes to make sure you ain't
100%.
messed your britches.
Here, I'll call my wife in here. She can elaborate. Hey, no. That's a real thing.
When you live in the humid South, man.
Hey, give yourself a courtesy wipe. Go on. And especially if you got some weight on you. Wow. If you got some weight on you, yeah, people will tell you pretty quick, hey, dude, come on now, don't sit on my seat. No, you got to walk. Come on, man. Anyway, I think we're probably going to put this thing to bed. I think that luckily Clay wasn't watching it and hearing us talk about swamp ass and different things.
I think Clay has experienced it firsthand.
Yeah. If you're a hunter, if you're an outdoorsman, you're gonna have it a time or two in your life. I mean, it's just gonna happen, and you're gonna walk in the house, and your wife is gonna be like, "Nope, water hose right outside. You got it." That whole thing.
I'm sure it happens everywhere, but down here in the South, you can get it walking from the house to your car. So,
yep. There have been days I remember waking up, taking a shower, going outside, swimming about a block through the humid, and having to go back home and take another shower. Like I do not miss that part of the South, man. Up here, I don't have to worry about that at all. Even when I was out there with the chainsaw and we were moving all that wood and all that. Nope, I like it. I again, one of the reasons I love it up here, I can just go balls to the wall and I'm good. Down south, you can't get half the things that I can get done down here could not be done in 2 days in the South, man, just because of the humidity. It's crazy.
It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe. Exactly. Like your shirt just soaks up from the outside, the ambient moisture gets into your clothes, and you're just like, wait, what? It's, but I do miss it. My dad absolutely misses it, and here with probably next year, we're probably going to make a trip down there. But I am what I am going to do. What I am going to promise you guys is I am going to sometime in the next couple months make a venison sauce piquant, and then I'm going to just like live stream the whole thing. So and it's good. Like folks. Again, my wife is a good cook now, and she'll tell you this too. But before she met me, like nobody made a homemade roux. Like when I asked her, is she gonna make a homemade roux? She didn't even know what I was talking about. And that's no skin off her. That's just the culture up here versus down there. And then I get in the kitchen. No problem. Put an apron on. My son is right there with me because I want him to be able to cook. I want him to be able to be, self sufficient and all that. So he knows how to sew buttons and darn socks and put zippers on, and like he knows all this stuff because I'm teaching him that stuff. But you get a guy, especially a guy that uh, isn't overweight or whatever, and he knows how to cook. Hang on to him, ladies. I mean, I'm already taken, so even though that's probably not a thing anyway. But yeah, I think I'm gonna live stream that thing, and it's gonna be a good one.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we're gonna probably sign off. I'm gonna go get me something to eat. Probably, I don't know. I'll probably call Jamie and see what he's got going on this weekend. I might even make a trip up to Bismarck. Uh, no, I don't want to get sick. Good God, Doug, you got to get better, like now, like right now. Let's do this, Lynette. Get that man, get that man well, so I can come up there and hang out a little bit.
I'll send Granny's recipe.
No acidity bags, man. Holla. Jamie says, yeah, 100%. Your dad must be loving this 16 tonight. Yeah. Yeah. -16 tonight. No. And see, and my dad is a weird one. Like right now, his room is the hottest room in the house. And he still comes out like this. Like, my wife was caramelizing onions today, and it kind of got away from her because, like, I love cooking in cast iron. Like it's my thing, dude. It is my thing. So tonight, because I was doing this and I kind of got in late, I'm black, so pork is always on the menu. So she's doing that whole thing. She was caramelizing onions, and so it kind of got away from her. And so we had a couple of the ceiling fans going. His room is like 90 degrees, and he's coming out like he's freezing. And I'm like, what are you doing? I mean, come on, dude. But yeah, anyway, the 16. He has no idea. If he knew it was -16, he'd beat me and make me take him back to Louisiana. There's like no way, like right now. And I'm shocked again that he hasn't been out here. He must be sleeping. I'm, that's the only thing I can think of. And I haven't heard him sing. What's the favorite song of my dad, because he's a chef, is uh what is it? Uh Down the Bayou. I can't remember. It's a Hank Williams song. I got Joe, we roll PO down the
The
bayou.
bayou.
For the
We
night we
gotta
gonna
go
see Mama set a meal. God, I can't.
on the bayou.
Jambalaya, crawfish fry, filet gumbo. For tonight, we're gonna go and see Mama set a meal. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
it. That's it right there. Oh, Hank. And if you guys know me, my dog, Eli's dog, his name is Bo for Bo Cephas. So that's how we roll. Anyway, there we go. What are you doing with my cup? Go put my cup back. No, bring me that. Say hi. You got to come over here, buddy. All the way over. There
Hello.
you go. Good night, guys. This has been Guns in the 701. A little unorthodox, a little southern thrown in there. I mean, I like it. I enjoy it. And we're gonna try. I kind of floated this by Clay. You can go now. You're ruining my shot, kid. Get out of here. I floated this by Clay. Kind of doing like a round table of all of us guys on a monthly basis, or maybe a bi-monthly. I don't know. I just kind of taking the leading topics during that time period and kind of breaking them down, marinating them a little bit like a good gumbo or a roux or something like that. See what I did there? And and just kind of talking about it, hashing it out with obvious listener and viewer input thrown in there. I think it'll be pretty fun. Thinking of it, that's Bo rattling his chains. He wants to get out of here. But yeah, I think that'll be fun. So
Yeah.
keep your ears to the ground. We got some big things coming up in 2026. Should be fun. Should be a fun time. We're gonna push out content. We hope you guys are gonna like it. I am Blackbeard, Blackbeard Logic, Leon Francis. If you know me, I don't know if that's a good thing. You probably have you're probably on a watch list or something. I don't know. Anyway, Vance, you want to add anything?
Nope, just Sunday Sportsman, 8 o'clock at 8 a.m. Central Time. Join us for getting in the Word of God and talking about some hunting and fishing.
Good deal. God bless you guys.
God bless. Thanks for joining us.